Hey guys, Darrow Addison at torpedopot.com. Darrow Addison at torpedopot.com. And you deserve an update on our 9-inch planter. Right now we have, one, two, three, four, five. Let's count it again. I'm too fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tomatoes growing on this. Potential flowers. 1, 2, 3. We don't know if they're going to form yet. 4, 5, 6, 7 on one plant. So this only has 2 on this plant. And this one has, I think, more to come. So I may have 1, 2, 3. I think that should be it. All right. Oh, here's another tomato over here. Let's see that little tiny tomato. That's beautiful. Look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So it has this. It's growing its own in a 9-inch planter. It's holding its own. Look at the impact the plant has. Before we look at the impact of the plant, I want you to understand what it's been through. This plant has fallen over. And what I did was that when I was growing my peas in these planters here, which we were able to do 650 peas, I shut those planters off. And I shut this one off at the same time. So what I had to do was run a single line directly to this planter and resuscitate it. You don't want your planters to dry out. That is not a good thing. Do not have your planters dry out. But I've been hitting it with water, haven't had its own line going directly to a spigot to this particular planter, and I'm giving it its own pressure. It's not sharing it with anybody else. So that way it will clean those lines, push it out, and freeze those lines up, because right now they probably are hardened because they were at one time dried out. So that will work. Give that a try, and that should be able to work. But these tomatoes, and honestly, when you look at these tomatoes, you can see that they have, because you see the buds and everything else, that the potential to continue to grow is there. The question is that we're starting to see when you start to compromise those tomatoes, not give them the environment that they want. Particularly in this case, it fell over and water was cut out. So of course it's going to sustain some damage. And you see where it hit at, and that tomato fell. We ate one big tomato off of it, so don't underestimate the power of this 9-inch planter. But just letting you know, in full disclosure, what it's been through. But it's an extremely powerful planter. Now, I've neglected this. This is a sign of neglect. Why? Because I let my tomato fall over and I let it stay in that position. What happens when it stays in that position? Well, it starts to take the shape. And I can't even bring it all the way up now because it would stress it out. So what I've got to do now is to find out how can I bring this planter up, these tomatoes to stand up a little bit higher. Given an opportunity, we've had tomato plants come out about 8, 9 feet. And so we know tomato plants. But with this right here, again, that's because it fell and the water has been cut off. So I'm trying to resuscitate it, bring it back to life. And it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm so used to perfect tomato plants that when I look at something like this and I see any type of stuff like this, and it's not just with one plant, it's consistent with a number of them. So I must have did something to compromise its environment so it's not producing like I wanted to produce. Darrow Addison, torpedopot.com. Darrow Addison, torpedopot.com.